Hi, I'm Samantha Heil, Executive Director of Book Fair at Bel-Air, and I'd love to invite you to one of the biggest bookish events in the region. Join us on Saturday, August 8th, 2026 from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at APG FCU Arena at Hartford Community College for a free, family-friendly event celebrating books, readers, and community. Book Fair at Bel-Air features more than 110 authors and vendors, best-selling featured authors, kids' activities, face painting, story time, arts and crafts, photo ops, and plenty of fun for readers of all ages. Whether you're a lifelong reader, raising future bookworms, or just looking for a unique day out with the family, there's something for everyone at Book Fair at Bel-Air. Learn more at www.bookfairatbelair.org or follow us on Instagram at Book Fair at Bel-Air. We hope to see you there this August.
Coming to you from the Freedom Federal Credit Union Studios, Hartford County Living presents Conversations with Rich Bennett.
Slow pitch
It's probably the least sexy part to organize. No. The truth is,
what does it take to grow a business without losing your sanity in the process? A lot of business owners start out with a dream of freedom, only to find themselves trapped inside the very business they built, working long hours, putting out fires, and wondering why growth feels so hard. But what if the problem isn't the business itself? What if it's the systems, leadership, and culture behind it? Today's guest has spent his career figuring that out. Todd Krause is a CPA, MBA, entrepreneur, and business growth strategist who has helped organizations ranging from startups to multi-billion-dollar companies navigate growth successfully. As the owner of the cleaning authority in Fishers, he more than doubled revenue while creating an award-winning workplace culture and a high-performing team. Today, through Silver Sun Consulting, he helps home service business owners build stronger leaders, better systems, and businesses that can scale without chaos, burnout, or becoming completely dependent on the owner. So if you've ever felt stuck, overwhelmed, or wondered how to take your business to the next level without sacrificing your life in the process, this conversation's for you. How's it going, Todd?
It's going great. How are you, Rich?
I'm hanging in there, just, enjoying the weather. No rain finally, so I'm happy for that, but you can tell that summer's coming because it's starting to get hotter.
Oh, yes, and humid.
Oh, yeah, and here in Maryland, it's the humidity that gets you. Being right on the bay, it's nuts. All right, so Todd, I want to jump right into this. When you look back at your career, was there a moment when you realized that growing a business and leading a business are actually two completely different things?
I don't think it was a single aha moment as much as a realization that happened over time.
Okay.
Because there were always things that I was doing for a long time. Sometimes it worked well with the culture of the organization I was with. Other times it was at odds with the culture of the organization. But I always focused on the people around me, the people who worked for me. I found myself oftentimes protecting them in organizations that had somewhat toxic cultures.
Oh, yeah.
But in return, what was happening is there was an amazing amount of loyalty. Mm-hmm. And the quality of the work they produced was just so much higher than somebody who's coming in and going, oh, I'm living for Friday and the paycheck. And then more recently, people kept asking, well, why does what you do, as simple as it is, work so well?
Right.
It did take me some time to finally put it into words and be able to articulate it.
Was there actually, or better yet, what was the lesson that actually changed your perspective the most?
Well, March 6, 2020, my position with Ultradomus ended at 11:30 in the morning. And then as I'm looking around for what do I do next, I discover this cleaning company, which had good size, produced good income, provided would be more than enough to provide for me and my family. So I showed the information to my wife, and after 30 plus years in financial services, as I'm showing her this information, her reaction is, a cleaning company? Really? A cleaning company? Well, with that glowing endorsement of my suggestion, I went ahead and bought it. But then later, as she's making the daily deposits, now she's saying, a cleaning company.
And that was in March of 2020?
That I lost my job, and then I've literally 10 days, 2 weeks later, I spotted this business for sale on a business broker website. We finally wound up and closed the transaction in September. It was a little delayed because of COVID.
Right.
But what happened is I came in and I found a toxic culture. So I changed the culture, and we changed how we relate to the people who work here. I had said, and this is all the background that's leading up to actually answering your question. I finally said to my managers after being here a little while, stop. Please just stop. Stop saying no. Stop saying don't. Stop threatening consequences. That's what the world does. Almost every sign around us is telling us what not to do, where not to go, and what happens if we do. I said, just tell them what we need from them. Tell them what our customers ask us to do for them. Right. And show them what the rewards are for delivering that. So we went through the typical skeptical period where the staff was all going, well, do they really mean it? Is this for real? But OMG, when those first couple of teams got bonuses, suddenly everybody wanted to be on board with it. And the culture changed in 6 weeks.
Wow.
We stopped having those meetings years ago in the morning where the managers would lecture the teams about everything they did wrong and the things they broke and what they forgot to do yesterday and what they better do better today. And the teams just started coming in. They're laughing, they're smiling, they pick up their equipment, their supplies, their papers, and they're off for the day. The culture just flipped.
They were having fun.
They were having fun. They were feeling appreciated. They were feeling respected.
Yeah.
And then in January of 22, because I bought a franchise,
right.
The franchisor calls me and says, we need you to fly out to San Diego to accept an award. And I said, well, what award? I didn't apply for anything. And they said, oh, we took care of that for you.
Okay.
So I flew out to San Diego to accept an award in front of this enormous audience from the International Franchise Association.
Oh, wow.
So let's put that into perspective. Somebody like myself as a franchisee is not the member. The franchisor, the parent companies are the members. And this is a global organization. So I'm standing on stage in front of the largest crowd I've ever been in front of, accepting the award. And I'm still saying, well, they did it. The managers did it. My staff did it. They're the ones who did all the hard work, the heavy lifting. And people are going, no, it's you. I'm going, no, it's not. They did it. So a couple of years later, I won it at the franchise level, franchisee of the year, because of just how we had grown and how things had changed and how it had improved and been so amazing.
Right.
Still standing up on stage going, well, it's them, the managers. They did all the work. But people kept saying, Todd, they wouldn't have known how to do it if you didn't show them what to do. And finally I said, oh, you might have a point there.
Right, yeah.
So that's when I'm realizing that it made a difference, and that having this different perspective
Yeah.
was what brought the results. And that's when I started going, okay, so what am I doing that's different?
Right.
And it's looking at the individual and the people as a complete person and treating them with dignity and respect, making them feel seen and heard.
Mm-hmm.
All of these things that in many organizations don't happen. Some organizations go as far as you're supposed to leave your personal life at the door when you come to work and just bring your professional life through the door.
Right.
You don't get that option. When you hire a person, you get the entire package. They come with family, they come with friends, they have
It's a good
personal
point.
problems.
Yeah.
Their car breaks down. They get sick at times. Can you imagine this? They want things called holidays and vacation. But when you give them space to solve their problems, in return, what you get is they bring their heart to work
Yeah.
and they care about the work they do. So here's where it gets really interesting. And there's real math behind it that organizational leaders and business leaders will care about. For the most part, we are already using this tools and technology that exists.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's a better tool, we're moving to that tool and we're grabbing it. So there's a lot of competition in that aspect. But what you wrap around it, this culture, is this untapped area of potential.
Right.
The difference between somebody who just gets the work done and somebody who cares is an amazing difference, and the gap is huge. So to put some numbers behind it, people who scrub toilets for a living don't make a lot of money each week.
Right.
In the area we live in here, Indianapolis, $500 to $700, maybe $800 a week is a typical paycheck.
Wow.
Before taxes and other things. So when they have the potential of getting an additional $10 to $25 per house they cleaned as a bonus,
Yeah.
based on the feedback from that person who owns that house, and you think about that they are in 20, 25 houses every week. So even if
Wow.
3 or 4 of them say, wow, what a great job, that's an extra $100, maybe $150 on their
Yeah.
paycheck. And that's life-changing money for people in that situation.
Oh, absolutely.
So what we do is we say, when the customers through our app tell us you did a good job, $10 more on your paycheck next week. When they leave a positive Google review, $15 more on your paycheck next week. It's tangible, it's immediate, it's an amount that's known. So organizational leaders, business leaders say to me, "Oh, that sounds so expensive." And I go, wait. It's actually not. You get 5 things out of that. You get employees stay longer.
Right.
You have more seasoned, knowledgeable, experienced people on staff and less turnover. They start telling family and friends about what a great place it is, and these people start coming to you asking to work there. Your cost to find new employees drops. We don't advertise at all for new employees. They walk through our door and ask to work here. We have a wait list.
Wow.
They take their heart with them and they care about their work. Now the customers are raving about it and the customers stay longer. So when you're adding new customers, you're not replacing. It really is accretive. It's adding on top.
Right.
Customers are telling friends and family and neighbors what a great job you did, and they're signing up. And then number 5 is huge. Google reviews with pictures and people raving about the business. They're like gold. It helps make the next prospective customers say, I read your reviews and wow, were they great. Let's talk
Mm-hmm.
about starting service.
That's mm,
We do over $4 million a year in revenue here.
just your franchise.
Yes.
Wow.
And our operating expenses have dropped more than 8% since I took over. So listen
That,
up, business owners. That's over $320,000 a year in additional profit every year. If you don't know what to do with $320,000, I'll be very happy to help you figure that out. And I'm pretty sure you would too, right, Rich?
oh, absolutely. I know a lot I can do with that.
So the real
Wow.
math is that your revenues climb faster because your customer retention is higher. Your operating expenses drop because your
Mhm.
turnover is lower, your hiring costs are lower, your training costs are lower. And let's not forget, new employees make all those beginner mistakes that have to be fixed.
Yeah.
And that costs money and that takes time too.
I first of all, the family part, I agree with that 100%. I'll never forget when I first got into the IT field. The first company I worked for was family focused. They cared about you. Matter of fact, when they even did events, picnics or whatever, company picnics, they wanted you to bring your family, not just your spouse, the kids and everybody. And it made people happy. It was exciting to go to work, even though I was driving all over God's country, but I didn't mind it. Yeah, I loved it, and I think you're right. That's something that's missing from a lot of businesses. I do think, and I've seen this in the past. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but too many businesses, and well, I guess it would be the business owners, are trying to run their business as if they're in the military.
That's right.
Yeah.
And they're not getting the full capability that these people working for them have.
Mm-hmm.
So one of my keynote speeches, I teach this lead framework, and it is directed for the business owners and the senior managers who have a tendency to micromanage everything.
Oh
They
yeah.
think all decisions have to run through them. They have to approve everything. So it's simply let go, empower, align, and develop. So you have to let go of tasks and give them to other people so you're not the bottleneck.
Yeah.
Because if you're the bottleneck, then you're a self-limiter on how large the business can be and how effective it is. When you let go and give it to other people, it gives them something to rise to a challenge and actually take care of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then when you let go, you have to empower them. That means you have to give them the real ability to perform that task, the authority that they need, the tools that they need. So after we let go and we empower them, we want to make sure everybody's rowing the boat
Yeah.
in the same direction. So we don't have chaos. Well, that's where aligning with the goals of the organization is critical.
Yeah.
And then lastly, it's just develop. People need help and they need guidance to get to that next level. And that's not sitting in a conference room watching training videos.
No.
That's those conversations that happen as you're walking down the hallway and you're explaining your thought process and how you made a decision and why you made the decision that you did. Those conversations in the offices and by the coffee maker and the water cooler, where you're going through everything it is that you're watching and you're listening to inside the business and how
Mm-hmm.
you make decisions.
Mm.
It's how you show up every single day. Those
Yeah.
are the things that these people learn from and take their cues from, much more so than sending them off to human resources in a training room for a couple of days.
I never mind. That's a pet peeve of mine. I never because some people just cannot go back to high school. Some people cannot focus on a certain thing when they're training, but if they're doing it next to you, It makes a big difference. That's why a lot of your trade schools are so successful, I believe.
Well, it gets down to that people learn in different ways.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people are visual learners, they need to see it. Other people are auditory learners and they need to hear it.
Yeah.
And then we have those people who need to touch it and feel it, and that's how they learn it.
So let me get this straight. You still have the cleaning authority, right?
I do.
Okay. So when did you decide to start the consulting business? Silver Sun, right?
Silver Sun.
All right. When did you decide to start that and start helping other businesses?
Between 3 and 4 years ago, I started launching it.
Okay.
I'll be honest, it's been a learning process to figure out how to make this type of business grow and how to get the word out that it exists to people.
But you know what, Todd? The thing is, learning never stops with any type of business.
No, it doesn't. I'm learning all about how to make consulting, which has two sides to it. I teach this from the stage, public speaking, and I do it and implement it with and alongside of leaders in either one-on-one or small group type settings.
Right.
I use the word consulting only because I haven't thought of a better word. I don't really view myself as a consultant. I go in and I actually help them implement it.
So you're more or less like a coach or a mentor then?
There's definitely a lot of that involved.
Yeah. All right. So with the cleaning authority, especially as successful as your franchise is, did corporate ever or other franchises ask you to come and help them out as well? Because, following your business model?
Actually, they have.
Okay.
So a number of other franchisees have come to visit. They've sent their managers to visit.
Okay.
And we always grab the opportunity when we get it to go visit them.
Wow.
It's as valuable to learn what not to do as it is to learn what to do.
Mm-hmm.
My managers have come back from other offices that from the outside look well run, and they have said, "Oh, we do not want to do what they're doing."
Yeah. Well,
but there's been times they've come back and said, "Oh, we've got a whole list of great ideas."
Yes. That's one of the things I love I used to love doing. I haven't been out enough to do it now, but walking into business just to see the mistakes and even the good things, because you can learn from it. And if they want to listen, then you could teach them some things. And actually, I want to get into that a minute, because a lot of people start businesses because they're great at a trade or a profession. What are some of the biggest mistakes that owners make when they first step into leadership with that?
Let's tackle that one in two parts.
Okay.
Because it happens even before you decide to become a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us have worked somewhere or multiple somewheres before we've decided to be a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest transitions in somebody's life is to go from doer to manager. That is huge, because we stop being the one who controls the end product directly, and we now have to achieve a result through other people. Much of what we learn right there is transferable into business ownership. Business ownership itself layers on some additional things.
Right.
Unless you want to be a solopreneur and be a doer the rest of your life, you have to get things done through other people.
Right.
That's the only way to grow. Otherwise, the size of your desk limits the size of your business.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like that.
But when we can motivate other people, then suddenly the world opens up. The possibilities are so much larger. How do we get things done for other people? It's back to that lead framework. You literally have to let go of things. You've got to pick them up off of your desk and give them to somebody else. It's important. We as leaders have to empower those people that we give these tasks to get them done.
Mm-hmm.
We have to show them what direction to move in order to help the organization grow. And we have to develop them. When we do those things, the organization grows. And then suddenly people show us the full range of their capabilities. They
Right.
bring us their ideas. That's the thing that I learned was when people start bringing their own ideas and bringing their own solutions, oftentimes they are better than what I would have thought of.
Right.
The real magic is, and Randy Commissar said that in his book, The Monk and the Riddle, is getting other people to do things better than you could do them yourself.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real magic.
Yeah. Wow. You know, and because you mentioned solopreneurs too, do you help solopreneurs as well? Because I know there's a lot of solopreneurs out there, but I've also seen a lot of solopreneurs that, I don't know if this is going to make sense to you or not, but they're not good leaders to themselves.
They often are not well organized.
Yeah.
The problems that solopreneurs face is always the challenge of finding that next customer, that next client.
Mm-hmm.
That's a universal challenge,
Yeah.
whether you're large or small. And many organizations do a poor job of that. They do a poor job of servicing the customers.
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest breakdowns is communication. Prime example are where it happens most frequently and is most frustrating is involving contractors.
Oh, yeah.
We hire them to do a job. We think they're going to start Monday morning, and they don't show up. Why? Because they were still finishing something from the prior week, and in their mind, I'm getting to you. I'm going to get to you.
Right.
It's less concerning whether they show up Monday morning. It's more concerning, I planned for you. I made sure that we moved everything out of your way. We put parts of our life on hold so you could do the work we asked you to do, but you never communicated with us. Nobody ever said, oh, I'm backed up. We really need to push it to Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning, but we haven't forgotten about you. Simple communication is key. A lot of the text messages and things flying around aren't enough to give us the communication that we want as the customers of businesses.
Do you think with the creation of not the creation, it's been around forever, but with AI getting bigger and bigger, and now you're seeing these text bots, do you think that's a mistake some businesses are making, is using those text bots to communicate with clients?
It depends. In my view, it depends on how you're communicating.
Right.
I'm not anti-tech or anti-AI. In
Neither am I.
places, they really are very wonderful tools, but they don't replace relationships.
Bingo.
We've gotten to the point where so it's cliche now, but there's so much truth to it. We've never been more connected to each other in our history, and at the same time disconnected.
Yeah.
Have you tried calling a business and actually talking to a real person? Good luck. Getting a reminder that the team is on the way, or the team will be there tomorrow, or we're one stop away from delivering what you ordered. I don't think anybody minds that. It's when we can't talk to a real person, and that chatbot wants us to pick from one of three buckets. So does our problem fit in bucket 1, 2, or 3?
Right.
And when you say, well, it doesn't really fit in any of those buckets, but I still have a problem, and the chatbot won't let you talk to anybody.
Oh, yeah. That's nerve-wracking. And what makes it even worse, because how many times have you gone to a business's website and, it's got the chatbot so you can talk there, but you're not getting your answer, but you can't find a freaking phone number to call?
It's just people inside of businesses do that with their emails. They just sign off, John.
Yes.
And I'm looking at the email and saying, well, John, I have a question. How do I call you?
We ran into it before this recording. You couldn't find the link. Thank God. I always have both of my phone numbers in the emails. So those of you listening, yes, Todd had to call me because he didn't get this program sends out a couple different emails, and I don't think the original has the regular link to it.
No, it does not.
Thank God Todd called me. Yeah.
I assumed when I clicked the accept on the calendar link that it had all the required information in it.
Yeah.
So what did I do 5 minutes before we were scheduled to start? I opened up that calendar link and went, where is it?
But you had the phone number.
But I had the phone number. Yeah.
Thank God. Thank God. Yeah, because that is true. I can't tell you how many emails I get a day from businesses and there's not even a phone number to it.
No. And so often the email only partially answers our question, and we're saying, well, that's nice. I'm glad I know that, but you didn't completely answer my question.
Yeah. You're listening to Conversations with Rich Bennett. We'll be right back. Let's take a little break here. I need to tell you about a company that was ranked the top-rated service center by Carfax. They're a full-service automotive repair shop, and it's actually where I take my cars. I'm talking about American Auto Repair Sales and Service right there in Joppatown. They are reliable, they're responsive, and you can't beat their prices. Whether it's standard maintenance, engine auto service, heating and AC, exhaust service, transmission, auto electrical, whatever your car needs, they can take care of it for you. That's American Auto Repair. Just go to American Auto Repair Inc. INC.com. Again, American Auto Repair INC.com, or give them a call and set up your appointment at 410-679-9500. Again, that's 410-679-9500. They have over 30 years of experience and are absolutely the best car service around. All right, I want to talk about Silversun because I think the consulting, I do believe that there are a ton of businesses out there that need your services. I love feel-good stories, but I know I've never done this before, but I would like for you to do it if possible, because I think it's important. Can you go over some of the case studies with us that you've done?
Let me give you several quick ones.
Okay.
Winter Garden, Florida client came to us, $600,000 a year in revenue, between 140 and 150 recurring cleaning clients. Wasn't growing, hadn't raised prices in 6 years, and wasn't able to pay himself.
Oh, God.
Does that sound a little strange to you that you're earning $600,000 a year in revenue and you're not taking home a paycheck or very, very little for a paycheck? So the entry point with clients is usually fixing something specific in their business.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, I'm teaching them the whole cultural side of things and the power of getting the culture right. Because most businesses don't come and say we have a culture problem. They say we're not finding clients, we're not finding staff, we're having operational problems. So he looked at his pricing. If he just brought his prices up to market, he would have been able to pay himself $140,000 a year.
He was that far off?
He was that far off. And then, secondly, we looked at his operational processes. Just by standardizing and teaching everybody on the staff to repeat the same thing over and over again and delivering a standardized experience, which maintains a certain level of quality across teams, would have delivered $40,000 to $50,000 more in profits. So he was missing out on $180,000 a year in profits.
Jeez.
He didn't have any marketing to speak of. He more or less waited for people to come to him.
Oh, no.
Marketing, you have to reach out. You have to let people know you exist. Okay, case number 2. Massachusetts-based commercial cleaning company was having real operational inconsistencies. Their days consisted of firefighting and apologizing to their clients for mistakes made the night before and getting them fixed. Rather than growing the business, rather than it humming along, they didn't have standardization. They didn't have quality control. They didn't really know what was happening until the clients complained about it. Well, you didn't clean the bathrooms. You didn't refill the soap dispensers. The toilet paper's out. This area is still sticky in the break room. That area is not cleaned in the corners over in the hallways.
And they were still in business?
They were still in business.
Wow.
So we standardized their processes and implemented inspections. So real quality control and real performance metrics. It resulted in the end, the owner decided to sell. And he was actually in a position to be able to sell the business. It had value.
Okay.
Because now it had fixed the internal problems that were going on there. In a third case, and this is not typical, these people who think this way are a little bit more unusual or not the norm. Minneapolis, St. Paul-based commercial cleaning business came to us and said, I want to do it right. Help me set everything up in advance of my launch. Help me get everything from start to finish. Wow, this is amazing. It's like a blank chalkboard, and we get to create everything for him and with him because he wants to do it right, and he wants to avoid the mistakes that many other businesses make. He wants to shorten as much as possible that learning curve.
Oh, wait a minute. You don't want to shorten the learning curve, do you?
Well, if he avoids learning through mistakes,
you're not learning.
Well, he's learning through our helping him set it up.
Well, yeah.
And structure it. Maybe there's a better way to say that.
I was going to say, because you got to learn by your mistakes.
Yeah, he'll make mistakes, but he can also avoid some of the obvious ones.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
It's just, why is it important to have a standardized process? What does that do? Well, now everybody's trained to do the same thing, and you can send any team to any customer and give them the same experience. Your level of quality and the way you do things is what you become known for. It becomes your brand.
Okay. Wow.
And my entry point to the home service business was through the cleaning side of it. But what I teach applies broadly to many organizations and many businesses. So I had to pick an entry point for the business, my business.
So you are the John Taffer of home service businesses then? You know who
And
John Taffer is, right?
I'm not very familiar with him. So
Bar Rescue. Have you ever seen that show?
no, I have not.
He goes into these bars, these restaurants or whatever that are failing, and basically goes back in and gets them back up and running to where they're making a profit. All right, so Todd, I'm giving you homework. You got to watch Bar Rescue.
There was a show that did that with restaurants.
Yes. Yeah. Restaurant Impossible, I think it was.
I think you might be right on the name.
Yeah, that was with Robert Irvine, I believe.
Correct.
Yeah, which awesome chef. Awesome chef. Yeah, well, it's similar to that. He gets behind the science of it and, everything. Couple of things I want to ask you, which I think is very important. Is there one challenge that almost every business owner brings to the table?
Universally, it's trusting people.
Mm-hmm.
There's reasons why it's difficult for leaders and business owners to trust. It's their business.
Yeah.
Their name is on the door. When you trust other people, you're letting go of things. And we got where we are in the world because we solved problems, because we fixed things, because we made things happen. When you take one step back and do that through somebody else, that is not an easy thing to do for many people, to let go in that way and to trust them. Once you have this level of trust, then letting go, empowering, aligning, and developing become much, much easier.
Yeah.
We feel responsible for it. So it's often hard to let go of things that we feel responsible for.
I think that's why a lot of business owners have a hard time, why you'll see like a rotation of managers, because they don't want to let go. And you'll bring in managers that have a different outlook on things.
Correct.
Or clash heads. And you definitely don't need that. I'm sorry, go ahead. You were going to say something, Todd?
Well, the other thing I was going to add to that is it's easy to develop this mindset where we think that if it's not done my way, it's not right.
Right.
What we need to use is a more objective way of measuring it. So think of it as you have this yardstick and you're saying, was the result a good result for the organization and for the business? Or was it not a good result?
Yeah.
Rather than saying, oh, it wasn't my way.
Yeah. All right, now I got Frank Sinatra in my head. Thanks a lot, Todd.
Oh, no.
All right, so when a client actually comes to you and they're feeling overwhelmed and stuck, where do you actually usually start with them?
My preference is to start right out front with where are they positioned in the market and what do they look like to the world. I will start other places if they've got some fire burning in some part of their business. For example, that Massachusetts commercial cleaning company, which knew they had a huge operational problem that needed immediate fixing. But if I start out front and I start with what is their market position, how are they priced, what is their value statement to the world, we can get some immediate wins for them with a flow of new business coming in while we work on the things that are not as visible to the world. How do they do what they do? What is the culture that they have and how is it working? You can think of it as falling under one of three pillars. There's the whole acquisition engine where we acquire new business and we acquire the people to service that business. Then there's the service engine, which how we do what we do.
Right.
And finally, the retention, What do we do to retain the customers? What do we do to retain the people who service them?
Okay. This is I'm not going to make this I'll make it a two-part question. So what's one thing that every entrepreneur should stop doing tomorrow? And what's one thing every entrepreneur should start doing tomorrow?
Well, most of us should stop saying no to the people that we hire. We should stop lecturing them. We have a tendency to talk to them in almost a lecturing sort of way. Do this way, following ways. And by the way, I want these results. And start listening to their ideas and start seeing the real potential that's there.
Right. Stop talking to them and speak with them. Have the conversation.
That is one of the most powerful things. I call that the unfair advantage. It's simply tapping into what these people are capable of and giving them a reason to want to bring that to work. Because your competitor down the street's not doing that.
Right.
You and your competitor are using similar tools, similar AI, but now you can layer on this whole advantage of really building the culture that unleashes the growth in the business.
Mm-hmm. And not only that, for business owners, that one employee that they will not speak with, have a conversation with, may be the employee that leaves and goes to that other business and helps them succeed even more. And you end up shutting your doors. You never know. The conversations are important, which that's one of the things I'm going back to that one business I worked with that was, focused on family. I think once a week, the managers would call us in one by one and just sit there and have a conversation. Asking us what we like, what we don't like, and just certain things. And it made a big difference. And they would take these ideas and help grow. And it was one of the largest top-rated IT companies to work for at the time.
That's absolutely true. I was one of those employees who was actually actively recruited twice in my life because the new employer wanted my inside knowledge and my experience from the other businesses. But to your second point there are so many businesses out there where employees will never leave because they're treated well, they're respected, they love the relationships they have with the people they work with and the people they work for. These businesses are not paying the highest wage in the marketplace. They don't have the top benefits. What they have is a culture that retains people and keeps them for years and years and years.
Yeah. Yep. So when people work with you or even learn from you, well, they're going to learn from you if they work with you, of course. What's the lasting impact that you hope they experience?
I'm hoping that they remember the whole connection, the people side of it.
That's important.
I keep coming back to that because it's the one thing that is so overlooked in the world around us. And it's the one thing that most of us are craving throughout the day.
Yeah.
It's that sense of connection, that sense of belonging, being seen, being heard. And it's so motivating when you have the feeling of being seen and being heard.
Mm-hmm. So do you think Silver Sun Consulting may end up becoming a franchise?
One can hope. Right now, we're working on just growing what we've got.
Well, I mean, you're an expert in the field, so you never know. And let's face it, there are people out there that need work like what you're providing as well. And
absolutely.
Speaking of which, what is the website and how can people find you?
www.silversunconsulting.com. By the way, Sun is S-U-N. If you go to the About page, it has my bio. It has my email address. It also has a phone number. That phone number is going to ring right here. I do answer my phone, and I really enjoy helping people and making a difference in their life. So please do give me a call.
How did you come up with the name Silver Sun Consulting? I love it. I love the logo too.
Back in early 2016, I was in the process of entering the real estate business.
Oh.
And we needed a name for the business. My son threw out the name Silver Sun. I loved the name. So we grabbed it, created a logo, and every company I formed has Silver Sun as part of its name.
I love that. I did the same with my business. My business is Dan Ben. So my son, I was going to say my firstborn. He was the firstborn, but my only son, his name is Danny. So I took Danny Bennett.
Yeah.
Shortened it to just Dan Ben. Okay. Didn't know there was a street named that a few towns over. Still have not stolen that. I mean, still have not gotten. Nobody's brought me that road sign. Maybe one of these days, but hopefully not my son. So.
Well, perhaps the city would be kind enough to give you one of the older ones when they upgrade to a newer version.
Oh, I never thought about that.
What about that?
I'll have to try that. All right. So, Todd, is there anything you would like to add before I get to my last question?
Well, just remember, when you are in charge of a business, when you build the people, they build your business. That's the thing that people should take away.
I think they build you too. You line yourself with good people. When I say they build you, it's helping as an owner. It's helping build my character. Probably even yourself. It's just you as a person overall. I think it's helped building you as well.
It's been pretty amazing, and my managers they've become more than just managers to me.
Yeah.
And when they say to me, we're family now, oh my God, it just warms the heart. And it just tells me I've made a lasting impact on them, and they are appreciating it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great feeling. All right. So Todd, I need you to pick a number between 1 and 5.
Oh my gosh. To pick a number thing. 4.
4. Well, you're picking the last question, not me. So this is how I do it.
Okay.
Now I need you to pick a number between 61 and 80.
61 and 80. How about 75?
75.
Uh-oh.
All right. Nobody's ever
tells me I might have wanted to pick another number.
Nobody's ever picked this question before. All right. I got to ask first. Do you have a dog or anything?
My wife does.
Okay.
just when I married my wife, she said I'm remarried because my previous wife passed away in 2021, but I'm remarried now. And when I met this lady, she said, I'm a package deal. I come with my mother and my dogs.
Oh, double package.
And so here we are. We're married, and Mom lives with us, and so do the dogs.
How many dogs?
3.
3. Okay. Well, now you're going to understand why I'm laughing, because I've never, usually the questions align with what we've been talking about. I don't think this one does. This will
just be a human interest.
Yeah. If you could have a conversation with your pet, what would you ask them?
Oh my gosh, we do that all day long, every day. We have this Japanese Spitz that we found at a local rescue. Rare breed, and imagine finding the breed too at a local rescue.
Wow.
wife fell in love with her and had to have her. But she's high strung as a breed,
Yeah.
very high strung, very barky, but incredibly affectionate.
Mm.
So I always find myself trying to talk to the dog and say, dog's name is Sophie. It's Sophie, people would love you so much more if you would just bark a lot less.
Hey, hey, Todd, here's what scares me now about this question. And after you just answered it like that, don't we all talk to the animals
Oh,
somehow or another and have conversations with them? And anybody that says they don't is lying.
I agree. Every pet owner I've ever met talks to their pets.
Oh, you don't even have to be a pet owner. I don't have any pets anymore, but I'm talking to the damn birds and ducks that come into the yard all the time. I even named the 2 ducks that come in the yard, Matilda and Mark.
No.
Oh God. On that note, Todd, I want to thank you so much, man. It's been an honor. And God, look, if you ever make it to Maryland,
I
look me
have
up.
been to Maryland.
Oh, you have?
Multiple times, yes. I've been to Columbia.
Oh, not far from me. All
Okay.
right. So when you came to Columbia, did anybody there introduce you to good steamed crabs?
No, they didn't.
Oh, do you
Well,
like
I'm gonna have
seafood?
to come and visit you and have some.
Yeah, I'll hook you up with some Maryland steamed crabs, some snakehead fish, some raw oysters. Show you what good seafood's about.
It's a deal.
You got it. Todd, thanks a lot. Take care.
Thank you.
I love the way this conversation came full circle because coming into this, I thought we were going to spend most of our time talking about business growth, systems, and strategy. And we did. But what really stood out is that none of those things work without people. Whether you're running a home service company, a small local business, or even leading a team inside a larger organization, the biggest takeaway today is that success isn't built by treating employees like numbers. It's built by helping people feel seen, heard, respected, and trusted. When you build your people, they build your business. I also love Todd's lead framework: let go, empower, align, and develop. That's something I think every business owner listening can start thinking about today. Ask yourself, am I holding my business back because I won't let go? Sometimes the biggest opportunity isn't working harder. It's helping the people around you become better. If you're a business owner who's feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or wondering why growth has stalled, Todd may be exactly the person you need to talk to. To learn more about Todd and Silversun Consulting, visit silversunconsulting.com, and I'll have the link in the show notes. You'll find information about his consulting services, speaking engagements, and how he helps business owners build companies that grow without sacrificing their people or themselves. Todd, thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate your honesty, your passion for leadership, and most importantly, your reminder that every successful business starts with valuing the people behind it. And to everyone listening, remember this: the strongest businesses aren't built on profits alone. They're built on relationships, trust, and the people who choose every day to help bring your vision to life. Until next time, I'm Rich Bennett. Thanks for listening. And remember, every great conversation starts with someone willing to listen and someone willing to share. Now it's your turn. Join the conversation by sharing this episode, leaving a comment, or reaching out to me directly. Take care, be kind to one another, and I'll talk with you again soon.